I got a comment here on my video, Jehovah's Witnesses pedophile policies dictated by the Watchtower Society. The comment has nothing to do with the video itself. It's from Bullfrog11758. And this person says, the truth is you brainwash people. JWs leave anytime they want under their own free will. Your concept of deprogramming is embarrassingly lame. You just went bad because of your independent teachings. The apostles said to be fitly united under one line of thought and let there not be divisions among you. Funny thing is, many people who left Jehovah all think their ideas are correct, and many disagree with other ex-JWs. Your ego did you in. Hey Bullfrog, you made a comment, the truth is you brainwash people. Well, what kind of mind control techniques am I using on people here on YouTube that I speak to? Am I using controlled information, secret books that only certain YouTube users have, and I give them only certain information and hide it from the other members and form like a pyramid structured type cult religion? Have I done that? Have I used books like Pay Attention to Yourselves and To All the Flock that are privileged reading materials and tools used to control other members in the congregation? Have I done anything like that with the YouTube community? Have I manipulated times, dates, scriptures, taken little bits of scripture from one part of a scripture, from one section of the Bible, added it to another scripture from another section of the Bible, coming up with a whole new scriptural principle, and then somehow tie that in with a date like 1914 or 1919? Have I done that? Any mystical manipulation at all? Trying to give myself some kind of divinity, like I have some kind of insight greater than the YouTube community? Have I used any kind of mind control like that? Have I insisted that my way is correct over all and that everyone must accept my way of thinking? Or have I been open to discussion, willing to try to learn new things? Have I used any mind control like that? Have I used a special language that only the YouTube community understands now, that isolates our minds from the rest of society? Words like anointed class, faithful and discreet slave, sheep, goats. Have I redefined terms that are commonly known by people and given them new meaning here in the YouTube community? Have I done any brainwashing like that? Have I threatened to ruin the lives of the YouTube community by ordering their children to shun them, or by ordering them to shun their own children, the way the Watchtower Society has done? I'm curious, because you say I'm brainwashing people, so why don't you make a video and explain to me how I'm doing it? But then you go on and say that JWs leave anytime they want, under their own free will. Yeah, that's true. They do leave anytime they want. The question is it without sacrifice? Do they do it without suffering casualties? Can a person leave under their own free will and not lose their family, not lose their friends? Have you figured out a way to do that? How to leave the Watchtower Society and not be penalized by a death sentence socially? You then go on and say, your concept of deprogramming is embarrassingly lame. Well, I'd like to see your concept of deprogramming. It's always funny when one of Jehovah's Witnesses tells me that I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to deprogramming cult victims, but yet when you ask them to show you a better way, they have no idea. You know why? Because they're under mind control. They themselves need to be deprogrammed, and they don't know what a brainwashed person looks like. They'll even say to you, do I look brainwashed to you? My question to them is, what does a brainwashed person look like? And they have no answer. You then go on and say, you went bad. You just went bad because of your independent teachings. So, see, this shows evidence that your mind is bifurcated. You see only in black and white. A person's either good or they're bad. There's no gray area. I couldn't just be a regular guy that decided to escape a cult. In your mind, I must be bad. So I just went bad. I was good, but just went bad because of independent teachings. It had nothing to do with logical fallacies that I discovered that were being used by the Watchtower Society, introduced to me by a user named Tim Kilgore, Tough Questions for Jehovah's Witnesses. It had nothing to do with that, right? That's not why I woke up and then got out of it, because I realized my mind was being tricked after 15 years. No, that had nothing to do with it. Okay. You then go on and say, the apostles said to be fitly united under one line of thought, and let there not be divisions among you. Yeah, and that's an interesting concept, because then that gives power to any cult that decides to use that scripture to hold power over their members and demand that they accept their teachings. I don't agree with the Watchtower Society. I agree with some of their teachings, but I don't agree with all of their teachings. So I guess you could say I'm not fitly united. You, on the other hand, disagree with their teachings, but you remain silent. Which one of us is under mind control? Then you go on and say, funny thing is, many people who left Jehovah all think their ideas are correct, and many disagree with other XJWs. Your ego did you in. Well, for a fact, I don't necessarily know if my ideas are correct or not. I like to throw my ideas out there and see what people think. That's why I'm in this discussion and interact with them. And you don't see me going around banning people who interact with me in an adult way. Usually, if I'm going to ban somebody, it's because they're trolling my YouTube videos. They're going on there putting insults to the other users, calling them things like racial remarks, things like that. Those people I ban. But if you're willing to have a discussion with me and try to come to a new understanding of what might be going on, I'm certainly willing to do that. But then you go on and say my ego did me in. Really? Last time I checked, I'm not done in at all. Maintaining, let's see, 107% in one of the legal courses I'm taking, 97.6% in environmental science course I'm taking. Oh, I don't think I'm done in it at all. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to have a very great career as an attorney one day. And I'd like to know what you've done with your life other than market a publishing company called the Watchtower Society. Ciao.